Well, I'm here at the Gahunje Stadium where the Australian team is practicing on this side and the Indians are practicing on the other side. It's the first test match between India and Australia. Lush green outfield, as you can see, and good fun here.
साफ चाय ले लो.
Going to be a big test, and I've just kind of found out from people what is the pitch, and that same discussion that happens, and everybody is saying that there is grass on the pitch, and I'm like, grass on the pitch? Why? This is an Indian test match. But then I realized that the curator of this pitch is Pandurang Sargaonkar, who was a fast bowler. Now for him, just keeping grass on the pitch, he would have never seen grass on the pitch in his life. He must be just making it up by, just saying that now I'm the curator, thoda to grass. And there's a lot of construction happening here. This is probably the only grass you'll actually get on the pitch here. And but it's an Indian pitch, so you don't know what the real story is. As Sidhu would say, wickets are like wives, you never know when they'll turn. By the way, this line was said by Sir Len Hutton in 1945. I'm just saying, this is not the point. This point is something else. All the touring that I have done so far, the one thing that emerged out of Australian cricket was we all play as a team. This is the first time I'm seeing that Australians are not in cohesion with what they are saying. And there's one man who has created this confusion, and that's Virat Kohli. Because Steve Smith, when asked, said that, you can sledge to Kohli. That's the debate that's happening, to sledge Kohli or not. Warner is saying don't sledge to Kohli. Maxwell is saying don't even try. So there is no unity in the Australian team. The worst part is, which they don't realize, is that Kohli you should never sledge. Ricky Ponting said that he was not good enough as a test player. The next day Kohli scored a 200 against Bangladesh. So you know the impact that Kohli can do. But for the first time I'm saying that Australia is completely confused, because the great Steve Waugh made a statement the other day saying that Ashwin is like Bradman. Beach ka koi nahi. Direct he's compared Ashwin to Bradman, and that is a big thing, because somebody is accepting that Indian team is the best ever is going to be a dangerous thing. And Australia, beware, I think you've got a 11 Bradman team this time. For the first time, Australia is playing 4 spinners. One good thing is their best spinner is Nathan Lyon. And one unity that has happened in the IPL franchise is they have not given Nathan Lyon an IPL contract. So he's going to be very angry. And that's a good strategy, because he's not going to take wickets. And the first over, he'll be tongued for a 6 by Murli Vijay. And that happened to him in the Brabourne Stadium when Shreyas Iyer hit him all over the place. So one bowler is out of the park. What is important is to notice the fact that all these spinners actually were trained by Monty Panesar in Australia. Who is this Monty Panesar? I think he's the greatest anti-national in the history of mankind. Here's a guy of Indian origin who plays for England, and then he comes in India, he beats the Indian batsman and they win the series there. I said, okay, theek hai yaar, he's played for England. Now this is an Englishman who leaves England, goes to Australia, training the Australian spinners to beat India. I mean, this is like serious anti-national stuff, not only for India but for England as well. And worst part is, he says that this Steve O'Keefe is going to be a good bowler. Meanwhile, Steve O'Keefe does not trust Monty Panesar. He's spoken to Rangana Herath, he's spoken to Daniel Vettori, and I'm convinced that after all this knowledge, he'll bowl a full toss to Virat Kohli on the leg side and everything will be over. So my theory to the Australian spinners is, just focus on your job and don't listen to all those guys who think that sweeping is the best way to play Indians. The best thing is just hope that everything, for example, Mike Hussey said that I am praying that Steve Smith has a little bit of patience on his spinners. I want to tell the Australians that you should pray that Virat Kohli has patience on your Australian spinners, because if he doesn't, you're all over the place. Well, when it comes to Indian spinners, the best statement has been made by Harbhajan Singh. He said this is the worst Australian team to come to India, which means this is the end of the Australian batting. And Australian batting, if you look at it, there's one guy who they're saying will play extremely well, which is Usman Khwaja, who, by the way, had not done his homework in the last series in 2013. So he was under pressure at that point of time. They're saying Renshaw is decent. I think Warner and Smith, these are the 2 key guys. By the way, the highest average in Asia in a test series is actually Shaun Marsh and Mitch Marsh, which tells you what is the state of Australian batting. And media has fueled a great war between Ashwin and Jadeja. They're saying they both are going to fight for the best bowler in the world, and the fact that they have actually a battle going on, Australian batsmen are going to suffer. We'll miss Mohammad Shami for sure, but the guy who's going to actually create destruction, you'll be surprised, but is going to be Ishan Sharma. Sharma. You know why? Because he doesn't have a deal. And an angry Ishant Sharma is extremely important for Indian cricket. The BCCI should actually tell Ishant Sharma, if you take 18 to 20 wickets in this series, we'll give you more money than Mills and Stokes put together, and see what results he can give for India. So my question to you guys is, which is the Australian bowler who will get beaten the most? Will it be Stark? Will it be Hazelwood? Will it be Nathan Lyon? Or the famous Steve O'Keefe? I think it will be Nathan Lyon. So this is going to be an interesting series. Do keep watching. I'll be back again.